Hey y'all, welcome in. Pull up a seat and let's get this video started. Hey y'all, I just wanted to get on here and address this. Y'all could pause and read it, but no, if you listen to what I'm saying is, I didn't say my husband's friend. I said my husband's family member. He's got a sibling who lived down there close to the Whitakers, knew the Whitakers, talked to them on a daily. And just because Timmy Ray and Lorraine can't speak doesn't mean they don't know what you're saying. And people who has been around them for a very long period of time can understand them. Because I took taking care of elderly people who were like Lorraine and Timmy, I understand them when they're talking. I do. Ray, I can kind of understand with gestures and stuff and all that. Oh, but there was more than just Betty. You said that there was only Betty, Ray, and Lorraine and Timmy in the house. No. Barbara was still alive. I mean, there was other siblings. There's a sibling that lives down the holler, same holler that Betty and him lives on. Okay. There was because if you remember when Mark first started going over there, he said it was back in 2004. Okay, and then he was going to interview the family. Well, Larry's the one that told him no, not right now, because they were going to a funeral. They had just lost Larry's wife. BJ's mother had passed away. So that's when Mark said he took a picture so that way they would have the pictures to put in the casket. Okay. But okay, and then you said, you say in hospital doctor lied about the abuse they found. What doctor? What doctor? I have not seen anything about a doctor being interviewed and being on any video or any news station. And just because I live in Alabama, I mean, I could still get online and I could watch the news from West Virginia. Okay. Just like anybody else can. I've not seen anything where a doctor has said anything about abuse being found at all. If you're talking about what Eric said, I don't believe a thing that man says. I'm sorry, but there's no way I believe anything he would ever say that comes out of his mouth. And the phone call that was leaked where he was supposed to be talking to a woman from the state, I don't believe that. I don't believe that was a woman from the DHHR. I don't believe that, not for 1 minute. Because my husband's got, there's 8 of them. He's got 7 siblings. 1 does work at DHHR. She works child protective and adult protective services. And I can tell you right now, that was not a lady from CPS, adult protective services, lady from DHHR. Because for one, they're not just going to say, yeah, I'll come right now. For one, you're not going to get them on the phone. What they will do is the operator will transfer you to their number, and they never pick up. They always, and it doesn't matter if they're busy or not busy, they let it go to voicemail, and they do it for a reason. They do it so that way they have proof of a phone call. It is recorded. It is saved. The phone calls that they receive and then they call you back, yes, they are recorded. It is a given. They record it. Do I think that Eric got a hold of the lady from CPS or APS? No. I think either it was his wife or his mama or somebody, is a friend of his. I just believe it was somebody he knows, a friend, a family, whoever. And he said, hey, we're going to take this a step further, and you act like you're blah, 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 blah. Because I'm telling you how they operate, how they work over at APS, CPS, all that. You could tell them, hey, can you come, just like he did. He said, hey, can you just come over here and let Betty know that this is BS and blah, blah, blah. And the woman said, yeah, sure, I'll be over there. No, that is not the way it works. Even when you call CPS, APS, anything like that, it takes multiple phone calls. And then they can take days up to weeks, sometimes even up to months before they go out and they assess the situation. Okay? So, and believe me, I do know, because we fostered my husband's niece and nephew. They stayed with us. It was a kinship thing. But, and I also fostered a girl that was dating my son because of reasons I'm not going to go into, but so I do know. Oh, I do know how they work in West Virginia. And they are not going to just come out because you ask them to and you tell them you're going to take them for coffee or lunch or something. They're not going to do that. Sorry, nope. But yeah, that right there. And then what does, let's see, you said right here, you said that Betty's on a cane. So, what does being on a cane have to do with anything? What does that got to do with her being able to take care of her brother, sister, and her nephew? Nothing. There are people out here that have children, that have families, raising children, having babies, that are missing legs, arms. There's people out here battling cancer, taking care of their children. There's people out here battling cancer. There's people out here that have leukemia. There's people out here that have Parkinson's. I'm one of them. There's people out here that do walk on canes. I'm one of them. Does that stop me from taking care of the people that I need to take care of? No. Does that stop the people who are deaf, blind, or whatever, having children? Does that stop them from taking care of their children or their families? No. That doesn't. That has nothing, that walking on a cane, and I don't walk on a cane all the time. It's just when I really need it. because my knee is busted up too. I need to have my knee replaced. What does that got to do with anything? I'm a good mother. I'm a good wife. I keep my house clean. I keep food on the table for my family. I do everything for my family. When we lived up in West Virginia, oh, believe, we always had grandkids at our house along with our children. Even though my older three are adults, I still took care of my children. I've got one that's just about turned 10. I take care of my child. Period. I make sure my child has clean clothes with no stains, has his shower every night. I make sure he goes to bed at a proper time. I make sure everything that my child needs, he's got. So that right there really did hit a nerve in me when you said that. I'm sorry, but just because somebody's walking on a cane does not mean that they cannot take care of their family. And I don't care how old she is. She's still taking care of her family. And she's done it for 70 plus years. Whatever. However, I'll say, no, she started taking care of her brothers and sisters and everybody at the age of 12. So I'll say 50 plus years. She's been taking care of everybody. And are they malnourished? No. Now, Ray is skinny, but he's active. Constantly up and down, walking around. They said he walks down the road and comes back. I mean, you can't keep Ray still. And somebody said in a comment, and I can't remember where it was or who it was that said that, Ray gained weight since he's been in APS custody. I'm more than sure he did. Because I'm more than sure the man's probably grieving. He's probably just so depressed because he can't get out and walk. There's a lot of people. My son, he's deaf and he has Asperger's. He was skinny for years and he was active. But then when he stopped being active and he started like doing nothing but wanting to play games and stuff on the game system, he gained a lot of weight. But that's neither here nor there. You can look at Timmy, you can look at Lorraine, you can look at Betty. They're not malnourished at all. And the cleanliness, can't say nothing about that. Because I'm going to tell you, there has been plenty of videos where Mark and whoever was with him at the time, they would have the Whitakers in the car with them. They would be going down the road with the windows up. And I'm sorry, I don't care who you are. I don't care how strong your stomach is. You're not going to go down the road with the windows up and somebody's pooped their pants, especially an adult. You're not going to smell that without gagging, without cracking a window. Believe me, my husband passes gas and her windows are going down, even if it's just a crack. Because it's... I'm sorry, but no, you're not going to, and you're not going to tell me that... I'm sorry, just because Mark didn't address it on a video. I'm more than sure that if they was to be extremely filthy or whatnot, Mark probably would have addressed it with Betty with the cameras off, because I can guarantee you Mark would never have addressed that with the cameras on to embarrass Betty that way. Yes, there is one video, one that I seen of Mark's, where Ray had something brown on the back of his, brown and shiny on the back of his pants. But if you go and you watch that video and you listen really, really good, you can hear Betty in the background saying how Ray fell in the yard. Could that have been mud? Could he have pooped his pants and it squished in his pants? Could have. I'm sorry, I'm not going to sit and ask. You know what? I'm more than sure Betty got him cleaned up. Have I seen videos where they were wearing clothes that were stained? Yeah. Have I seen videos where their clothes were dirty? Yeah. But have I also seen videos where Mark would take them somewhere and they were clean and Mark had just pulled up? Just like when they went to go get their hair cut. Larry even said, I washed Ray's hair. Okay. And I'm going to tell you right now, I've only seen one video where Timmy was dirty. And I'm talking about dirty like he had been playing in the yard. But other than that, so they're going to be outside constantly. Out and outside, on the porch, in the yard, dogs jumping on them. And they're not going to get dirty? No. They're going to get dirty. I don't care who you are. Adult or child. Working in the garden. Going down the road. Going up to the creek. Doing whatever. Messing with the chickens. You're going to get dirty. But that's neither here nor there. They're still taken care of. So I got to disagree with you on that one. Now, I don't know. I don't think that they're in the right place. Because I'm going to tell you right now, as much as the city, the state, the county has came out, whoever has came out to do, they would come out and do, because living in West Virginia, I know how they do. They come out, and they come out pretty good bit. Code enforcer and all that to do assessments. Tax assessors even drive around. Because if they see that you have an animal, cat, dog, it don't matter what it is, you're going to get taxed for it. Oh, believe me, if I've got tax papers, and I think they may be in my vault. Yeah, they're in my vault. But when I could get my papers, what I'll do is I'll blur out, important things, but I'll let you see how we were taxed for a goldfish that we had. A goldfish. Because we let our curtains open during the day, let the sun shine in. And I guess the tax assessor or code enforcer, whoever it was, could see the fish tank. I'm telling you, they tax you to death for everything in West Virginia. But we got taxed because we had our dog and my stepson. It's my husband's stepson. dog in the house because his stepson lived with us. And we got taxed for that dog also. But yeah, ain't nobody gonna sit here and tell me that the house was condemned and that's the reason why, is because of the living. Because I'm telling you right now, code enforcer, tax assessors, even utility people, they have to report if they see any type of neglect, abuse, anything like that. They have to report it. You can't just see something, not say something. It's see something, say something. But anyways, that's my little rant video. And but yeah, anyways, the video went cut off. But anyways, that is my video for today. And we will try to go live tonight. We was going to go live last night. It didn't work out. My husband's stepmother passed away. And we were on the phone with one of his siblings talking about the funeral. So we're going to have to go up to West Virginia probably. And I know next month we'll be in West Virginia for sure. Right around where the Whitakers are living. For a wedding. And but anyways, I'm gonna jump off here, and this video's went on long enough, but that is all I gotta say for right now. See y'all next video. Love y'all. Mean it.